Welcome to my channel where I share my own personal trials and errors and mistakes and successes in my parenting, unschooling and childcare journey. Having small children around me for decades now and having raised my own children two different ways, I feel that I have learned a great deal about children and what does and does not work. My name is Lisa and I run a family daycare business. I am a mother of 4 unschooled children, and today I want to talk about toilet training. So first I want to start by saying that this video is not going to be helpful for you if you have already decided how you're going to toilet train your child and you are not open to new ways or new ideas, and that is okay. We each have our own journey, no judgment, but this video is for any of you out there who are struggling with toilet training your child, especially if they are in daycare and you are somebody that is open to a new way. So as a childcare worker for a couple of years now, both in a public childcare centre and my own home daycare, I have had parents come to me and ask me to help with their child toilet training. And I'm not going to comment on what you do at home with your child as their parent, because you are their parent and that is not what this video is about. This is not a how to parent video. It's just sharing my own observations and experiences with children who are toilet training in the childcare system from my own perspective, from trying things and seeing what does not work and what does work. So I want to talk about first some signs that a child is toilet ready. Often in society, toilet training is something that is seen as a huge milestone in the eyes of a parent. It is celebrated. It is a big deal when their child goes from wearing nappies to undies, and this can be a very rewarding, positive experience. However, once that child goes to daycare, their environment changes and they may not stay consistent with their toilet readiness. And this I have seen to be very discouraging for many parents, and it can really shake things up and have them really confused and not know what's going on. And it's not always good for the educator either, because they are the ones that are likely to be blamed, or something going on at daycare is likely to be seen as the cause of their child regressing. Even though at home they're using the potty or the toilet, they are having no accidents, they are then coming to daycare. And now with my experiences, no matter how consistent I stay and honor the parents' methods and what's working for them at home, children can still become rebellious and refuse to use the toilet and have accidents. So for me, how I can tell if a child is toilet ready at daycare. Now, as I said, I'm not talking about readiness at home, because the home environment is a completely different environment for a child. They are not going to be and act and see things the same way according to their environment. It is very, very common that children are doing so well at home and then they come to daycare and they don't want to use the toilet and they do need to have a nappy on, because I can see that they are just not ready at daycare to use the toilet. So here are some signs for me as an early childhood educator, having worked in a very large childcare centre where it was expected of by parents and other educators that by a certain age or a certain room, children had to be using the toilet, and this was forced upon children. This was pushed upon children whether they were ready or not. And when we are pushing something on a child, they shut down, they regress, they put up resistance, they rebel. So these are all signs that a child is not ready to use the toilet at daycare. How do I tell when a child is ready at daycare? 1, they do not resist being asked to use the potty or the toilet. 2, they can feel when they are ready to go. So often when children are toilet trained at such a young age, they are still not in tune with their body's signals as to when they need to go. This is a huge sign that a child is ready. So a lot of people get confused because they think that if a child is showing interest in the toilet and wanting to wear underwear, that they are toilet trained or ready to be toilet trained. I just want to say, and this will only apply to those parents who can value this input, just because a child is showing interest in using the toilet and wearing underwear does not mean that they are ready to be toilet trained or toilet ready. This is just their natural curiosity. So a lot of people can expect this to stay and stick, and it does not always stay and stick. The novelty wears off, and then it's not that they regress, they just return to their normal natural selves who are just not quite there yet and ready. So how do I know a child's ready at daycare? They say, I need to go. They do a little dance, they hold themselves. If none of these signs are showing, they are not ready to use the toilet at daycare. Now, it is my job to work with parents as best I can and to honor their rhythms and structures at home. That is my job, and I am happy to do that. However, it is also my responsibility to that child to honor their boundary and honor where they're at in their toilet readiness. And this is why I do not force toileting onto any children in my care. I encourage and I try to help them, but if I can see that it is causing resistance, it is causing tension and stress and overwhelm for that child, then I will stop and I will discuss next steps with parents. So I hope you got some value out of this video. Don't be discouraged if your child is comfortable using the toilet or potty at home and they're not at daycare. If your child wears underwear at home but needs to wear a nappy at daycare, that is perfectly fine. It does not mean that they are stepping back. It means that we're honoring where they're at according to their environment. And this is very important for children to thrive at daycare and to feel comfortable and safe in the presence of their educator, is to be honored where they're at in that daycare center, not according to what other people are saying is right for them. Have a great day. Love to all. Bye.